Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I'm going to show you how to make these little flowers. Now this is one I did from coloured paper. Now this one is made from the book paper. The only downside to this is you get a little dirty, so please forgive my fingers being a little ink. Now all you do is once you've made your flower, you can just pop a little gem on here, or you can put a button on. It's up to yourself, whatever way you want to do this. So I'm just going to set these aside and I'm going to show you what to do. What you're going to need is the strips of paper. As long as your square of paper is the same, as long as it's a proper square, that means like 2 by 2, 3 inch by 3 inch, 4 inch by 4 inch. You can go up to as big a square as you want. Now I'm going to do 2 at a time. It's going to be a little bit quicker. Now what you need to do is, to get your nice little square, is you just take your straight edge here and then just fold it up like this. So you've got a nice little neat triangle. Now get your scissors and then just cut those 2 little triangles off. Just do the same to your other side. Just make yourself a little triangle, so that gives you a nice little perfect square when you open this up. And because we tore all these sheets off, they're all the same width. They're all about 3. This is about 2.5 inches by 2.5, maybe 3 inches. As long as it's square, that's all you need to know. As long as it's square, it doesn't matter what size they are, as long as they're squares. Now I'm not even going to waste these parts either. I'm going to do the same with these. It doesn't have to be absolutely perfect. There we go. So I'm just going to get rid of all these little scraps. So once you've got all your little squares, I'm going to put these aside. So just keep cutting these into all these little squares, the way I've showed you. And then once you've got yourself a whole big load of squares, now each flower, I make my flowers with six pieces. So you need 6 squares. You need 6 squares for each flower. Now what you're going to do next is, you take your square and fold it in half. You're just going to fold it up into a triangle. So you're starting with your square. So you start with your square and fold it up into a triangle. I'm going to do this quite slow so that you can be able to follow along. So take this corner here and we're going to fold it up to here. So take this corner and fold it up to there, like that. And take this corner and fold it up to here. Now once you've done quite a few of these, it's going to be really, really easy. So this is what you have now. So that's your triangle, and you're folding these ends up back into a little square. Now what you're going to do with these are, you see these little pocket parts, just push them open and push it down like this. Okay? Now this part, just fold it back in on itself like that. So just fold that little triangle back. So fold that little triangle back and then close that part up. So just close that part up. So I'll show you again on this side. So just open this side up like this and squish it down. So you've got a little kite shape. Now fold back your little point. So fold that in and then fold it over like that. So what you're going to do is, this becomes your first leaf. Now what you need to do is get your glue. Now just some normal PVA glue will be fine. Now just run a little bit of glue just along here, like this. Fold it over. Don't squash this end, don't squash it. You can either just hold it until it sticks, or I just stick a little pin on the end to hold it. Now I'm going to show you that again. So you've got your square, fold it into a triangle, take your corner up to the top point and fold it like that. Take this corner and fold it up to this point, just like this. Then open up this part and just squash it down and fold this top kite part back and then fold it in like that. Now again, just flatten that out, fold that part back. So fold your little kite part back and then fold that in. So you have, it should be like this. Now all you're going to do is gently roll it over into a little triangle. Put a little piece of glue down in here, just on the edge, on the inside edge. Just gently squeeze it, stick your clip on to hold it, like that. So what you're going to have, you're going to have a little bundle of these. So just take the clips off when it's dry. It only takes a few minutes to dry enough to keep it closed. So that's you got all your petals. So this is what you're aiming for, is this. Now all you have to do is just rewind the video and just go forward step by step. So once you learn how to do those little leaves, you're all set. Now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I'm going to do 6. I'm going to take one of these. I'm just going to show you that it doesn't take very long for these to dry at all. That's that one dry. So now, this is a little fiddly bit. What you're going to do is you're going to glue all these together so it becomes like this. Okay, so you just take one of your little flowers. Now what I did is I did it 2 at a time. Now down the side, put a little bit of glue and then glue this one on. Now this is the fiddly bit, and this is the bit that makes you a little sticky and grubby. Now just hold it. Now the PVA glue, because it's going onto the paper, doesn't take very long to stick. So stick 2 together and then put your glue on the side and then glue another one on. It's a lot easier to do it in sets. Now you can do 5, but I think the flower looks better with 6. So just set that aside there. Now I'm going to glue the last one. Just stick them together as well. Now just sit that down there. Now what you're going to do is, this is the most fiddly part. We've got to join these 6 together like this. So you need some glue down this side and this side. And then do the same to this one. And the same to this one. I'm just going to set my glue aside there. Now what you need to do now is, you need to stick these 6 together like this. Now this is the fiddliest part. Now I found if you stick the point down in between your fingers, then that'll let you get your little petals nice and even. Now the more of these you do, the better you're going to get. So all you need to do is just hold it. Just fluffing these down a little bit. Doesn't take long for the glue to start to set. So you just hold it for a little bit. And there you go. Now I'm just going to set that aside to dry off. And this is what you get. That's the one we've just done. And that's the one I done earlier. Now that is what you can make with all your little scraps of paper. So you're not wasting them. You can actually do these with a book as well. You can just, as long as your paper's square, get the straw on, all you need to do is just take a little piece of paper and you just need to roll it, or use a little straw. Just roll yourself a little piece of paper like that. And then just trim it. So we're just going to make a little stalk with it. There you go. So we just make a little stalk, and then all you need to do is just push it inside here where all these little joints are. So you just stick it into the bottom, and that gives you a little stalk to put your flower on. And then all you need to do is just get yourself either an old button. You can glue a button on like that. You can put a little diamante on like that. I've even got a one that's a different shape. So it's up to yourself how you decorate the top of these, or you can just leave it like that. It looks pretty like that as well. So there we go, little paper flowers made from all your scrap paper from your book. Now give it a little go. Now, I haven't mentioned my sister Sandra in the past few videos that I've made, but I'm going to mention her now. It was my sister Sandra that showed me how to make these. I couldn't get them to stick together properly and mine's looked absolutely hideous, but I was putting too many petals on it. And my sister Sandra showed me how to do it correctly. So thanks very much to Sandra for that. So there you go everyone, give this a little try. You can make it in any type of paper you want, or even very light card. It's up to yourself. But that is how you make the paper flowers from the scraps of paper. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you again for the next tutorial. Goodbye.